Blade traps, what a cool invention. Who doesn't like traps which literally shreds the zombies to pieces? Now coming with a boosted hit points of 2000 and having a power draw of 20 watts, they seem to be quite well balanced. Because they also take damage when they hit the mobs, it seems to be pretty well thought out because they won't be lasting forever. Every zombie that it kills, I think, takes something like 20, but I guess that also depends on the amount of hit points that the zombie has. Of course, because there are blocks, if the zombies actually walk up, they can actually hit them, which again makes it a little bit more fair for the zombies. They don't just kill them like the electrical fence post, for instance. Here I've actually made 3 ways of placing them. Firstly, I place them just on the ground, which means they'll shred at the leg level. Secondly, I've actually placed them on the ceiling, which means they shred torso and head level. Thirdly, I've placed them on the side of a wall. Each of them are slightly differently. So let me switch on power here and just spawn some zombies here. Let's get Arlene spawned. Let's see what she does. And she'll walk up, she'll lose her legs, and then, well, now she's hitting the trap. And there she lost the head. Let's do the ceiling one. And Darlene walks up here and loses her head. That looked pretty gruesome. Let's take the last one. Let's have the nurse. You see, she walks up here to the trap and unfortunately she doesn't seem to take any damage. Something really seems to be bugged out here, because if you place them on the side, they don't do any damage. But the trusted AK-47 does. So you can see that the wall placement is quite bugged, unfortunately. Ceiling placement, I think it's ugly, unfortunately, but it does take care of them. It kills them quite fast without creating crawlers. The ground placement looks quite nice, but unfortunately it creates crawlers that then gets killed. So it's a little bit slower than other ones. Looking at the ceiling ones, one of the big problems though is that crawlers, spiders, and I think dogs and wolves will be able to go through underneath. And that's a little bit more inconvenient. A big problem here, as you see with the ground placed ones, is that the corpse is gone. It's been chopped up and there's nothing left to loot. And if you see here, obviously there's something from the ceiling placed one. And whether this is a bug or not, but basically if you loot it quickly, you can do that. But if it turns into the remains, that one will quickly vanish as well. Unfortunately, the wall placed one, which I thought would be one of the cool ones, well, if it doesn't kill the zombie, that doesn't really help. So from this, I have 3 takeaways. Firstly, for the ground placed ones, I hope they fix so that you actually can loot. It's a bit of a pity if you end up killing a lot of zombies and you can't even get the loot, which then means that you have to place them in the ceiling, which is not as nice. Secondly, I hope that if you place them on the wall, so they actually will start dealing damage to the zombies underneath. Otherwise, you know, what's the point of placing them on the wall? And thirdly, I have to say, placing the bulletproof glass around the traps makes for a very nice viewing gallery to see them get killed. Let's see what happens if I spawn in a little bit more of them. And that just looks so nice. Let's chop and dice them.